We've said multiple times that services are great for long-running background tasks. There's one fact, though, that confuses a lot of developers. All Android core components start on the main thread. This means that activities, content providers, broadcast receivers, and yes, even services start their life on the main application thread. To be clear, this base service class that I'm showing you here is started on the main thread, and it will block your UI if you run a long-running task. To get around this, you'll need to create a background thread or async task from within your service. So what's the general process behind this? How do you do this? From a high level, services, like activities, have a life cycle. Their life cycle is different from an activities, though. For a simple started service, the service is created when a context, such as an activity, calls start service, passing in an intent. This is very similar to how you start an activity using an intent using start activity. What this does is trigger the service's onCreate method. Just as with an activity, onCreate is responsible for any setup. After that, onStart command is called. And inside the onStart command method is where you should actually do whatever it is that your service does. When the service is done, you can signal this by calling stopSelf. Note that you as the developer are usually the one who will be calling this method. Note that if you're using just the service class, you as a developer will need to call this method. Calling stopSelf will then trigger onDestroy, and the service will be destroyed. So if you're using a service class, you can create an async task or thread in onStart command. And then inside the async task or thread, you can run your code. Now, running time-consuming tasks from a service in a background thread is a fairly common thing to do. So the Android framework actually contains a helpful subclass of service called intent service. Let's take a look at intent service next.